Allogene Therapeutics is another one of those biotech companies which experienced recent increase based on positive news in their pipeline. I've been making entries in this stock at, again, just over $1, in and around $1, and I was investing at a time when there was negative news and in turn negative sentiment with the stock. And again, I capitalized on that because of the major insider. The major insider at Allogene Therapeutics is Arie Belldegrun. Again, like Phillip Frost, he has a proven track record in the biotech industry. He built out and sold Pharmaceuticals, which is how he amassed his personal fortune. And we can see that Arie Belldegrun has a net worth of around $1.4 billion. And I hold in and around 18,000 shares of Allogene Therapeutics, again acquiring this stock at a $1 in and around that mark. And I've already benefited from the positive news that has come recently, still holding the stock because I anticipate future positive announcements within the next 6 months or so, which could see the share price increase significantly too. And so back to Patrick Soon-Shiong, I recognize that he was a world-class leader and a pioneer in his field, much in the same mold as Phillip Frost, as well as the mold of Arie Belldegrun, all individuals who have amassed billions through biotech. They've built out pharmaceutical or biotech companies from scratch, sold them on to larger pharmaceutical companies, which is in turn how they've amassed this fortune. With Patrick Soon-Shiong, I was looking at the ImmunityBio pipeline, which we can see here. I noted that it was very ambitious. And again, looking at Patrick Soon-Shiong's past track record, his past successes, and envisaging the future intellectual property that could be built out with this pipeline that he was working on, I was really looking at the capacity of what this pipeline might look like and what the intellectual property might look like in the next 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years. And it was this that gave me the conviction to make entries at $1.34, at $2.50, and at $3.50, with view of how this pipeline of treatments would develop, like I said, in the next 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years. And with that in mind, with a compelling, world-class, highly developed pipeline, the impact that this would have on the share price in the mid to long-term future. And this is precisely the same principle or ethos that I'm following with CoCrystal Pharmaceuticals stock here, which is absolutely beaten down at the moment. No one really wants to touch it, with the exception of Phillip Frost, who is amassing huge amounts of the stock at this beaten down price. And it's the same principle that I'm following with Allogene Therapeutics as well. Price right now is slightly above my preferred entry point with Allogene Therapeutics. At the same time, they do have some major catalysts coming up, which I've documented in previous videos, which is why the price is where it is at the moment. There's quite a lot of anticipation, I think, with a number of shareholders that are expecting this positive news. Like I said, I detailed it in a previous video, and that news should come within the next 6 months or so. But again, with Allogene Therapeutics, it comes back to Arie Belldegrun, the fact that he's amassed this fortune of $1.4 billion and his proven track record, his past record of building out Kite Pharmaceuticals and then selling it to Gilead, where Gilead Sciences acquired Kite Pharma for in the region of $11.9 billion.